Bom dia, eu sou Anand Rao, editor do Cultura Alternativa, e eu hoje vou transmitir ao vivo para você. Você que está interessado em Nova York, eu vou entrevistar Doni, tá? Uma pessoa excelente que vai falar muito. We are going to take this interview with Doni. We are going to talk about Manhattan, about New York, about how is to live here and how is to work here. Doni is going to say something that he thinks he's a nice guy that I meet in Manhattan. That it's easy to live in New York, all right? Yeah. And a lot of people have a dream. What is the dream? The dream is to come to New York, live here. A lot of artists think that it's easy to come here and have a job and have a lot of things. So I want to, if it's possible to you, I want to you to explain to me how is to live in Manhattan, how is to work in Manhattan, if it's easy, if it's not easy. Say, what do you think about Manhattan and New York?
Yeah, hi everyone, my name is Doni and I'm originally from Uzbekistan and I am also immigrant. I came to US 7 years ago in 2012 and then I was living in New York since then, on and off. I was traveling back home and since my arriving to New York, I was just falling in love with the city because it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's so diverse with a lot of different people, a lot of different culture, and basically it's very beautiful city.
So, one minute, I have to translate. Ele é Doni, ele veio which country?
It's Uzbekistan, Central Asian country.
Uzbequistão, ele veio para cá, sabe? E desde que ele chegou, ele se apaixonou pela cidade, porque a cidade tem muita gente diferente, é uma cidade apaixonante que tem muita gente de diversas origens. Go.
Yeah, so once I arrived to US, basically I had a little bit experience already traveling with different countries, so I didn't have kind of cultural shock where some people actually would have, because of it's totally different from most of the countries. It has its own culture. It's very different basically with it's very fast-paced city, and reason why sometimes it's very difficult for some people to get adapt here. And yeah, and so basically I'm living here, and sometimes you struggle, sometimes you have tough time, sometimes it's boring, but in general it's still I would consider it as a very great city, New York.
One minute. Quando ele disse, por exemplo, ele disse que a cidade não é fácil. É uma cidade rápida, é uma cidade onde ninguém tem tempo, né, para isso, para aquilo, para conversar, para todas as coisas. E às vezes é até meio chata, sabe? Mas que ele adorou, né, morar aqui, adora morar aqui. E acha que aqui é um local muito interessante para todas as pessoas. Go.
So, coming back to the question where you were asking regarding how is it to come for young people to US and start the career or the life over here, basically I came with a good background. I got my master's degree in different countries. I had my experience in accounting and finance. And once I arrived to US, I realized that it's, especially in New York, it's a very competitive city. And even though it has thousands of jobs, very great jobs, and but I realized that it's not easy to get a job here.
One minute. Ele se formou em finanças ao longo do mundo, tá? Tem vários empregos muito legais em Nova York, só que não é fácil, você entende? Para você arrumar emprego em Nova York, você tem que ter um destaque, você tem que ter um currículo para poder chegar e ficar bem em Nova York. Go.
Yeah. So for that reason, what I see here, the tendency for a lot of people like me, once everyone arrives to US, they start with any type of job. They work hard, and with some time, definitely most of the people gonna get success. And I've seen a lot of people who came with nothing basically. They were living in very hard, tough time, but they achieved very, very good and high success basically.
One minute. Para você vem aqui, você tem que trabalhar muito, sabe? Não é fácil, você tem que trabalhar sem parar, só que muitas vezes você tem sucesso. Ele viu uma série de pessoas que teve sucesso, mas é que você tem que ter currículo e tem que trabalhar muito, e tem uma série de trabalhos diferentes. Doni, can I ask you a question? I saw that the homeless people in New York is going up. I read about it, that a lot of people become, sorry about my English, become homeless because they don't find a job and they go to the street. Maybe because they don't have master degrees or master study. They don't study. Do you think that if the people, sorry about my English, I am translating in my mind, the people doesn't have degrees, study. It's difficult in New York. Eu perguntei o seguinte, que um monte de mendigos tem crescido em Nova York. Se ele acha difícil para as pessoas que não têm currículo vencer em Nova York. So,
what I feel is for every homeless person in New York or in any part of the country, everyone has a different story, and you cannot say that you don't know actually what's happened to the person and how he actually became homeless, because sometimes you know that the person would be very successful in his past. He had like everything. He had like his house, he had probably car, a great family, but with some trouble, with some kind of problem, he just lost everything, and actually you don't know. And for that reason, there are some people probably who were in a very difficult position where they had to become homeless, and there are probably also the people who are maybe they are a little bit lazy and they didn't want to work, and they just preferred to be on the street.
I see.
Yeah.
Ele disse o seguinte, que as histórias dos mendigos são diversas. A gente não sabe se ele veio se tornar um mendigo porque ele não teve emprego, porque ele não lutou, porque ele não teve chance. Na verdade, ele se tornou um mendigo muitas vezes por um problema familiar, por um problema, enfim, por um problema diverso. Então, não dá para dizer que Nova York é que transformou aquela pessoa em mendigo. Não, é uma história pessoal. But Doni, your answers, if I am young, I want to come to New York because I am hear you, and I think that if I had I am a journalist.
Yeah.
I studied in my country. I have a degree. It's easy to become a success in New York. It's correct. I am thinking.
I wouldn't say it's easy,
Uh-huh.
but I definitely say that you definitely can be a very successful person in New York with the hard working, with your achieving all the challenges, with your learning, and with a lot of your input putting in your hard work. So basically, yes, you can achieve it, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It's definitely going to be hard. It's going to be very challenging, and I'm sure you can achieve something here.
Olha, ele disse que não disse que é fácil, mas é um caminho novo, é um caminho para luta, para você conseguir. É muito bacana, vale a pena você vir. Agora, para você conseguir sucesso, você vai ter que trabalhar pra cacete, vai ter que trabalhar muito, e esse é o caminho para conseguir o sucesso em Nova York. And Doni, if the people come and have to rent an apartment or a house or something like this, how easy is this? It's difficult. Manhattan is expensive, and how the people is going to rent a local to live?
Gotcha. So basically, as I'm the real estate agent and it's my main job, I can give you some information regarding that. So in New York, basically in the entire US, there is a rules how you're gonna get the apartments or the house for the rent. So the process is everyone in US has credit history. Most of the people, maybe some people don't, but I don't know if, for example, in my country it doesn't have credit history. So basically it comes from your banks, where you use the way how you use your credit card. For example, if you use credit card and pay back on time, so basically your credit score goes up with the time. And it depends if you have had a loan and paid back. It depends on your if you purchase a finance at your car and you pay it back on time. So all of this, your financial stability actually affects your credit history. So basically having this credit history so you can apply for the apartment. So there are a lot of, like, in New York there are 5 boroughs. It's Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, Bronx, and Staten Island. So in all of these boroughs, the procedure is almost same. So basically,
One minute. O seguinte, você tem que ter uma boa história financeira para alugar um apartamento ou uma casa em Nova York. Essa história tem que ser uma história que não, você tem que ter um nome limpo, não é? E também existem 5 locais em Nova York que podem ser alugados, que todos usam o mesmo critério, que é Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan and the Staten Island. E todos usam o mesmo critério para alugar apartamentos e tal. What is the price of these 5?
So
Manhattan.
So basically the most priciest one is Manhattan. And the reason why, like, the Manhattan is the center of the world.
Uh-huh.
It's a financial center, it's a fashion center. That's why, because there is a big demand for the housing, and it's island actually, and there is no space to build. I believe the Manhattan is most sought city in the world, most expensive city in the world.
Uh-huh.
After I believe it's Shanghai and probably London.
I see.
I'm not sure about statistics, but that's what I heard lastly. So
And to stay 1 month or 2 months, 3 months, 4 months in Manhattan, how is the price cheaper by month and highest?
Oh, so
in Manhattan?
It very it has like it's wide range pricing over there, but there is a minimum, I could say. For example, as per my knowledge, it's starting from one bedroom, which is it's considered as one room, as one bedroom, and plus one living room. So it starts usually from I don't know, like 2,400 and goes up to, I don't know, like $6,000 per
I
month.
see. 22, 24.
Yeah,
100
yeah.
and 6,000.
Yeah.
Ou seja, 220, $240 para uma cama e um quarto. Ou então 6 mil, é tudo em dólar, ou $6,000 in Manhattan. And another space, Staten Island, Bronx.
So basically, as I told, the reason is like it's very convenient for the people who work in Manhattan. That's why there is a big demand in the Manhattan. But in other boroughs like Brooklyn, Staten Island, and Queens, Bronx, they also became, for the last 5-7 years, from my observation, is they become also very pricey. For example, when I just arrived to US, the one-bedroom apartment you could get around for $1,200 in Brooklyn, where today you have to pay at least $1,600 for one average size one bedroom.
I see. 1,600.
And the price for other boroughs is very similar. I think the Queens, the Staten Island might be a little bit cheaper because there is a bridge, and the bridge has a toll, so every time when you cross you have to pay, so that's the reason actually keeps it.
I see.
Yeah, a little bit cheaper, but it's like probably $200 cheaper than any other place.
Staten Island é mais barato porque tem uma ponte, e nessa ponte tem um pedágio. E aí ficou mais barato morar em Staten Island do que morar nos outros locais, que é o Bronx, Queens e tal, porque por causa dessa ponte que tem o pedágio. Que interessante. Yes, interesting this, because there is a bridge with a toll, and then Staten Island is cheaper.
Yes, it's very.
But you have that ferry to go and come to Staten Island.
Yeah, but for some people who travel by the car, it's still you have to pay some money. So it's kind of you can get the apartment in Brooklyn, and if you don't pay for the tolls, it's the same price.
I see. All right. And Doni, how? Where the people, as in Brazil, you have newspapers. In the newspapers, you have published a lot of jobs.
Okay.
You see, and here, if the first the people, the person, Brazilian people who came here have to talk in English.
Yes.
It's basic. Yes.
So in order,
if the person only talk in Portuguese, it's difficult.
I think so. Like if you travel to any country, any part of the world, if you don't know the language, it's definitely not going to be easy, because any type of job actually requires a little bit communication. So I'm not talking even about the corporate job, like office job, where you definitely need to speak good English. I'm talking about even just regular job. You still need to communicate with the people, where you have to know a little bit English. But even if you don't speak English, the New York City made it so easy for people to come and learn language. Like there is in every borough, there is a lot of free English classes, where you could just go and take the classes. It's going to take maybe 2-6 months, but you definitely can learn English very quick.
And where can I find these courses? Free courses.
So basically, it's attached to most of the libraries. It depends where you live.
I see.
For example, if you live in Brooklyn, you go to any other Brooklyn library and you can talk to them. Usually they would advise you where you can go and take the class. But there are plenty of the English classes over
All
here.
right. Ele disse o seguinte, que é muito difícil você viajar para qualquer lugar do mundo se você não sabe falar a língua daquele local. Inglês, né, é uma língua básica mundial. E aqui em Nova York você pode conseguir gratuitamente aulas de inglês nas bibliotecas. Por exemplo, se você estiver no Brooklyn, você vai para a biblioteca do Brooklyn. Se você estiver em outro lugar, você vai para a biblioteca daquele lugar e tem muitas vezes aulas gratuitas de 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meses para você se adaptar à língua do país. And now, Doni, if the person, the Brazilian person, have only visa to tourism visa.
Yes.
Then tourism visa, my wife said to me when we enter in this time, it's 6 months valid in US. How can this person is going to work in US?
Actually, I don't know the legal part, but I think it's not allowed to work for the person who comes with a tourist visa, and I think it's always good to do everything legally right way. And I think if the young person comes here as a student, they're allowed to take the job within probably campus for 20 hours or 40 hours.
Yeah. My daughter, Elisa, study in South Carolina, and she works in a library.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's very, very interesting.
Yep. So I think this is a way, but some people come for the job, even with a tourist visa, which I feel it's legally not allowed, and I don't have even suggestion what to do in this kind of case.
I see. One minute. Se você só tem o visto de turista, não é legal vir para cá. Você tem que se legalizar. Você tem que se legalizar porque senão você pode ter problemas aqui nos Estados Unidos. Health. If you have a problem in Brazil, it's health. You are understand hospital, something like this. If you don't have, you are not legal, it's difficult to go to a hospital here.
No. So basically, what happens here for any person who is living in US, it doesn't matter if you are legal or illegal.
I see.
I don't know exact rules or what the law says, but I know for sure that anyone can get treatment, especially if there is an emergency situation. So yeah, you can call 911 and call for ambulance. They will not ask you if you have any legal papers or no.
I see.
They first will help you. They will do whatever they have to do, and then they will check if they can. If you have insurance or not.
Quando você tiver um problema de saúde nos Estados Unidos, eles não perguntam se você está legalizado ou não. Eles simplesmente cuidam de você. Você telefona para 911, né, 911, 911, e aí eles vêm, cuidam de você e depois eles veem se você está legalizado ou não e tal, e tudo bem. And Doni, to end the interview, what do you want to say that I don't ask? Say what do you want to these people that they are going to hear you and to see you. Say what do you want?
Hey, so for Brazilian people or all other people in the world, just want to wish the good luck, and I would just call them to come to New York, come and see the New York, and definitely come to my country, which is Uzbekistan. It's also beautiful. It's not like New York, but it's definitely beautiful. It has great people like here. We got great food over there. So as the person who had traveled a little bit, I would suggest everyone just pack your bag and just go and travel, see the world, meet the people, and enjoy your life. So if you guys gonna be in New York, if you guys need help with the real estate. If you need any type of help, just let me know. And good luck to everyone.
Ó, pessoal, ele disse o seguinte, ó. Se você quiser vir, entre em contato com ele e boa sorte para todo mundo. Foi muito legal dar essa entrevista e, enfim, ele falou que vale a pena você vir até aqui, vale a pena tudo, tá bom? Então fica esse abraço. Doni tá aí nos meus amigos, ele é meu amigo aí do Facebook. Se você quer entrar em contato direto com ele, eu vou botar aí embaixo o nome dele, tá? E você entra em contato com ele. Meu nome é Anand Rao, editor do Cultura Alternativa, culturaalternativa.com.br, ao vivo, direto de Nova York.